We're going, first of all, before we even get into what we're going to talk about, I want to let you know that we are in no way at all telling anyone not to take the vaccine.
Nope.
We're not going to tell you to take it or not to take it.
You're an American. You're free to do what you want.
You're free to do what you want. All we're going to discuss is some very scary information that we found out that is legitimate.
Weird.
It is on the news. You can call the White House hotline. You can call the health department. You can go and request documents from the Freedom of Information Act and learn this all for yourself. So nothing we are telling you is untrue. When we post this to Facebook, if they want to fact check it, they can fact check it all the way up there, whatever they want to do. Whatever they want to do. But what I want to tell you is what we're going to tell you is true, and it's scary. So first, I'm going to begin by letting you know some of the news that we've recently heard. Some of you may have heard this. Some of you may have not. But again, this is something you can check out for yourself. As you know, they're requiring a lot of people to take the vaccine or you'll lose your job. Employers that have over 100 employees, they are required to get the vaccine. School teachers, hospitals.
Professors.
Yes, all kind of people. The military, average citizens, they all have to get the vaccine now. You know, depending on, I mean, if you work at home, obviously, you're not forced to get it. At least not yet. But what I want to tell you, I want to talk about the people that do not have to get the virus. Those people, yes. And all I want to tell you before we go into this is I want you to listen to me very carefully. And if you have to replay the video, replay it.
Yeah, if you're not making it up, you can check it out.
Yeah, because I'm not making anything up. This is stuff that you can all check out. But I want you to not just hear what I'm saying.
Comprehend it.
I want you to comprehend it. I want you to listen to it. And when you're done listening to our video, I want you to think about what I said. Give it some thought.
They're going to be like one of those little sim avatars with an exclamation point over
Yeah, because all I can tell you right now is to think. Think logically. Okay, so we just told you everybody that has to get it. The military, teachers, hospital workers, restaurant workers, any company with over 100 employees. So that pretty much takes up...
down at McDonald's.
Yep. That takes up such a large part of the population that will have to get vaccinated. And again, we're not telling you to do it or not do it at all. But here are some facts. For those of you that don't know, let me tell you who doesn't have to get vaccinated. Now, we told you that our military does. Hospitals, blah, blah, blah. But Congress does not have to get vaccinated.
Ding, ding, ding.
USPS, the United States Postal Service, does not have to get vaccinated. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. For a while, that one threw me off. I couldn't figure it out, but then I did. I've just been very busy. My brain wasn't clear, and I couldn't figure out why they didn't have to do it, but then I did. Let me tell you else who doesn't have to get vaccinated. Illegals. Illegal people in this country do not have to be vaccinated. Now, it doesn't matter where they work.
And she's not saying that to be racist.
No, it has nothing to do with what color their skin is, what country they come from.
Any illegals.
These are the facts set forth by Joe Biden. I meant to say Joe Biden.
Joe Biden.
I didn't mean to say slow Biden. That was just a...
I thought you said blow Biden.
No, I've been working a lot, so I didn't mean to say slow Biden. But either way, so illegals do not need to be vaccinated. Congress does not need to be vaccinated. And USPS does not have to be vaccinated.
Isn't that ironic?
Now, let's look at why. Congress. Why would Congress not have to be vaccinated? The only thing I can think of, and again...
Our opinion,
we're not saying this is true, is that they know what's in the vaccine.
Yeah.
Now, again, I told you, at first I couldn't figure out why USPS, why the United States Postal Workers did not have to get it. I'm going to leave that gem for last. Let's go to the illegals, okay? Why do illegals, even if they're working here, do not have to get vaccinated? And again, these are things you can verify and check out for yourself. Well, United States citizens cannot sue the government or the vaccine suppliers if something happens to them with the vaccine. They cannot. You're unable to. So if you take the vaccine and it should kill you, I'm not saying it is killing people. Again, I'm just saying if it should kill you, you cannot sue.
If you should so die.
If you should so die.
They'd be dead.
But if you're not a citizen of the United States, and let's say all the people in cages, all the people on borders, at the borders that Biden's letting in, if they vaccinated them and something happens to those people, and let's just say the vaccine is an experiment upon the people, you're looking at a potential international incident.
War crimes.
War crimes. You're looking at war crimes. Now, let's go to USPS. Why does USPS not have to be vaccinated? That one was a tough one. It took me a little while. And it took me a little while because I've been so busy, like really busy. Got our bingo game coming and all that, which will be here on YouTube. And a lot of things going on with family and shipping and getting ready for a sale. So I've just been real busy.
Super busy.
And I haven't had time to sit down and let my brain function properly. But then I realized, USPS, why do those employees, like Congress, not have to be vaccinated? Well, just a short stroll over to the FEMA website will clue you in on that. FEMA has certain rules and regulations that should come if the president should declare, what is that called? What do you call that? Yes. If martial law is declared, FEMA plays a big part in rounding you up.
Hopefully they don't flag your video for that. They were doing that on Facebook.
What are they rounding me up for?
Not rounding for martial law.
Well, there's nothing I'm saying that's not true.
No, I know.
I'm only speaking facts and what's in the news and what Joe Biden himself is saying.
Our opinion.
No. This isn't my opinion. This is fact here.
No. I'm saying the martial law thing.
Okay. But if the president were to declare martial law, they actually work together with the United States Postal Service. The United States Postal Service in every town will tag, bag, round you up. They can also give vaccines. They can also detain you. They can also come and take your car and this, that, and the other if they need to. So I would say...
You're talking about FEMA, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
They can work with the United States Postal Service. It's right in their coding and their laws and their things where they can gain full access to your vehicles, your food storage, your trains, planes, automobiles, boat, and USPS. So
your donkey.
So Neil,
but who better though? That in their defense, who better to do it than the people that are walking the streets every day and know where everything's at? They're seeing
exactly. They know where you're at. They know who you are. They know where you live. Now, I'm not saying this part is true. I'm saying let's just think evil thoughts. Yeah. Okay, so Congress does not have to be vaccinated. That is fact.
That's stupid.
That's fact. But if Congress is not vaccinated and the virus is so very deadly, why wouldn't they want to get vaccinated?
Right? They're all on
they were on airplanes together. And they weren't even masked.
They flew out of Texas.
They're not standing 6 feet apart. They don't have to get the vaccine. So why, as a logical person, if the virus is deadly and can kill you, would you make Congress exempt from the virus, but you make the military get the vaccine? You don't make USPS get it.
I have a hypothesis.
Now, let's talk
we have a hypothesis
of our own opinions now. Now, let's see. So, you have to have some form of government acting with their full set of brains. In other words, let's say the vaccine can, let's just say, I'm not saying it does. Let's pretend that the vaccine can do a little bit of mind control.
We'll play Blue's Clues.
Yeah,
Let's find a paw print.
let's go. So, Congress doesn't have to get vaccinated. Why? Could could it be possible that the vaccine could affect the brain? I mean, I'm just saying because there has been 10 different cases of which you can go to the Freedom of Information Act, which has been declassified, where our own government has experimented on us without our consent. One of them being MK Ultra, where they used LSD to see how that would work to use mind control against the population. In 1950, we spread bacteria into the city of San Francisco because we wanted to see what would happen in a case of biological warfare.
What do you
So,
think happened?
well, what happened is thousands of people died, and those people in San Francisco were experimented on without their consent.
Right.
Now let's take a trip into Philadelphia,
You
into
don't
the
see
prison
that
system.
advertised on the media.
So let's take a trip into Philadelphia on one of the prisons where the prison doctor was removing a lot of the men's ball sacks, his testicles, and he was sewing animal testicles onto the prisoners. Fact, Freedom of Information Act.
Dead
People go
serious?
look at it. Dead serious. Dead serious. It's dead serious. I'm not making stuff. This is for real. And the government knew, and the government let them do it. Now, let's take a trip to 1990 and 1991 to the Department of Health. Department of Health in all the states where you can take your children and you can get them vaccinated. Measles, mumps, rubella, chickenpox, polio, whatever they offer. The year is 1990 and 1991. With a measles vaccine, keyword being vaccine, they messed around with the vaccine, injected it into people to see if they could cause an autoimmune disease.
Gave them.
To see if they could cause autoimmune. Also, they injected something else into the measles, so-called vaccine, to see if they could control the minds of children. Again, people, this is not BS. And if my video gets flagged or they want to take it down, then I'm telling you now, they're taking down the truth, because this is through the Freedom of Information Act that I got this information.
Right.
You too can get it for a few dollars, like a few dollars. Just send it away for it. It's all been declassified now. And now here's the big one. The year's now 2000, and COVID-19 was created, left the lab, killed over 700 people. Fact, Freedom of Information Act again. This is coming directly out of the government's mouth. But apparently it didn't kill enough people. Now here comes my opinion. And actually, it did go back to the lab, and they were tweaking it. Now, my opinion is that they tweaked it to make sure they could kill a lot of people, but I'm not saying that's true. Again,
I have a theory.
but again, 3 groups that do not have to get vaccinated: Congress, USPS, and illegals. Illegals because you could cause an international incident. You can't experiment on the people of other countries because that's some kind of act of whatever it is, war or whatever.
Yeah.
I am saying the wrong thing there.
The war crime.
Yeah, war crime. It is a war crime, considered a war crime. So that's why the illegals don't have to get the vaccine. Congress doesn't have to get the vaccine because they really know what the vaccine is or what it does or what's in it. And
What if those files
They're not getting
from
it.
2000 were in the Pentagon and that's why they flew a plane into it?
I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's a theory.
But no, it's a theory, but it wouldn't be accurate because the COVID-19 that they created in 2000 that escaped and killed 700 and some people, you can get through the Freedom of Information Act. So they wouldn't try to
That,
necessarily
I'm just saying,
cover that
it
up.
would be super ironic that it would happen on that the Delta thing would be going down on the 20th anniversary.
Yeah, so what I want you to think about, and again, I am not telling you not to get a vaccine. I am not doing that. So if anyone's needs to flag my video, flag it all you want to, because it's going to end up on BitChute anyway, where no one's going to flag it and everyone's going to hear it and they can share it anyway. I'm just getting on as many platforms as I can because I want you people to think. I want you to use logic. Congress doesn't have to get vaccinated. Call the White House yourself. They have a line. A lady picks it up. She'll talk to you. She'll tell you. Congress doesn't have to get vaccinated.
Jen Psaki doesn't have to get vaccinated.
Yeah, the redheaded demon doesn't have to get vaccinated. Biden, now here's the shit kicker, doesn't have to get vaccinated, but yet, what did they fakely put in his arm? Was it saline? What did they give him as he showed his arm and he leans into you and he tells you, get vaccinated. I'm getting fed up. I'm getting sick. And you know what? Let's be real here. We gave syphilis to black men and watched them die. We've experimented on mentally ill children and gave them hepatitis, again, in the Freedom of Information Act. And when the government was questioned about that, they said, who cares? They were going to get hepatitis anyway. So with that being said, with them putting bacteria that they knew was going to kill people into the city of San Francisco when thousands died in 1950, they knew it. And as late as I'm sorry, I gotta get air. As I don't, if this is a cop, whatever. And as late as 1990 and 1991, the government has been experimenting on us. And the vaccine so-called works. Why are you still wearing a mask? Why do you have to stand 6 feet away? It's bullshit. It's bullshit. And people need to wake up. Again, I'm not telling you not to get the vaccine. Your body, your choice. That's what the Democrats like to say. Your body, your choice. But you know what? It's your body and it's your choice when you want to slaughter that baby that you spread your legs for. It's your body, your choice if you want to use abortion as a birth control. But it is not your body. It is not your choice if you don't want to get a vaccine. So tell me what's wrong with the fact that Congress does not have to get it. United States postal workers do not have to get it. And illegals do not have to get the vaccine. Something is wrong with this picture. You don't have to listen to me. Call the White House. They'll tell you. Freedom of Information Act. They'll tell you. Everything I'm telling you is true. But you sit at home and you think about what I'm telling you. Because if the government can infect people without their consent in San Francisco, if they can infect black men with syphilis, if they can infect the mentally ill children with hepatitis, if they can infect people with a messed up measles vaccine in the year 1990 and 1991 as an experiment, who knows what's going on now? And if they're infecting you with things, like they did those mentally ill children, they tell you, who cares? Their words were, who cares? They were going to get hepatitis anyway. Who cares? So if the government doesn't care, do you really think they care if you live or die? Because if they can kill the old people, there's no Social Security. If they can kill the disabled, there's no disability. If they can kill the people that are autoimmune compromised, or they're in bad health, guess what? They're not giving you health care. You're not a drag on what they want their society to be. You people have got to open your eyes. You've got to wake up. You have to. And it wouldn't surprise me at this point, with who we have in charge of running this country, if I don't end up dead at some point. I got a notice from Facebook telling me that they were going to push my post to the very bottom. Why? Because I told the truth and you didn't like it? Is that why? Is that why people get shadow banned? Do you really think there's free speech? Why do you think I keep saying, I'm not telling you, don't get the vaccine? Because I have to watch what I say. I have to watch what I say everywhere. Everywhere. And no one should have to watch that. Because if the government thinks you're too stupid to figure out whether you want a vaccine or not, that says a whole lot about you now, doesn't it? Or does it say a whole lot about your education? Or are you brain dead? Which one is it? But no matter how you slice it and dice it, the government doesn't think very highly of you. And I'm just telling you, this is some scary stuff. Now, moving on to more that's in the news than fact. if you now they're pushing for this now. You have some Republicans fighting to stop it, but it's not going to happen. The Democrats are going to get their way until this country is so fucked. We're buried up to our heads. And let me tell you, before I get into that, terrorism is coming. It's coming. It's coming. We left so many machines and weapons in Afghanistan for these inbreds to use against us that my mind is blown. Never in my life. I have a family coming right out of the military, and never, no one left behind means no one left behind. Don't let them tell you that these people wanted to stay. I've heard the phone calls. Help me. Help me. They're going door to door. I'm having to disguise myself. They're killing people. And I just found out, I think it was Monday, that they're killing all the children, the Afghan children, because they're afraid they're going to rise up against them. This was on the news. This is not coming out of my mouth, something I'm making up. It's in the news. Now let's talk about what Biden, slow-mo, Trader Joe, the imbecile, the diaper head, wants to do with your banking account. Again, call the White House, call your governor. You don't have to listen to me. Do your own research. So that's what smart people do. They do their own research. There's a lot of crap out on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter. Some of it's lies, some of it's true. But no matter, you should do your own research. What I'm telling you is true. But again, don't take my word for it. What he wants to do next is, if you have $600 or more in your banking account, the IRS is going to monitor you every single day, every single transaction. I don't know if you're aware, but the massive increase in jobs is not doctors or nurses or teachers that we desperately need, but it's IRS workers. So why would they do that? Now, I had some imbecile, and he's an imbecile. He's a liberal, doesn't have a brain, or as they say, a pot to piss in for a brain. He needs to take the mask off so oxygen can get to his brain. He posted to me, he goes, the only people against what Biden wants to do with $600 and the bank account are tax cheats. Oh, wow. He's got a lot of brains now, doesn't he? Because tax cheats don't put their money in the bank, honey. They don't put their money in the bank. Or it's so well clean the IRS doesn't know. So that doesn't make a lot of sense either. And then he says to me, they already know every dime you spend and everywhere it goes, so what does it matter? Well, going by his logic, if they already know, why do we got to ramp it up if they already know? What's the point, right? Is there a point to that, Steve?
No.
There's no point to that, is there?
See, they, you're kind of right. They do know our every move.
Absolutely. So why bother?
So why are they tracking us again?
It's not because, again, it's nefarious.
Yeah.
It's insidious. Evil is upon our country. And I'm going to get into that too. But I want to tell you this.
That's crazy.
It's not about...
$600 is a minute.
Exactly. It really is.
So what are they really after?
Exactly. That's key. What are they really after? Well, I can tell you this.
Because it's not money.
They're not after tax cheats. Not at $600. No. What they're after is to be able to shut that damn account down.
Compliance.
Get on your knees. Comply, comply, comply. Because if you don't, how many people have $600 or more in their bank account? That's like almost everybody, right? I mean, there are a lot of people that don't. A lot of people in poverty that don't. But the government don't care about them anyway. You know, they don't care about them. They only care about people with access. Yeah. They only care about people with the access and the means to somewhat battle them. And I guess their number came to 600. So I wonder it didn't come to 666. Because that wouldn't have surprised me.
Right.
Now, getting into the 666 thing, I don't preach religion to anybody, but I do like to think logically. And a lot of people say God and Jesus is a fairy tale. Well, I know better. I know that God and Jesus are not a fairy tale. And even if I did think that way, and I have studied Revelations and Daniel, I'd have to say I'd have already changed my mind. If I was an atheist, my mind would be changed right now. I'd do a whole, what you call that, 360, 180, whatever?
180.
180. I'd have done a 180. Because we are following prophecy step by step. It is in front of your eyes. And I do believe a vaccine mandate where you have to carry your vaccine around on your phone or in your, or on a card. And now this company has said that they can do an invisible tattoo under the skin on your right arm, and they can just scan it with this blue light, and your vaccine number will show up. Well, so now you're going to scan my right arm. And I tried to think about it, because the Bible talks about the mark in the forehead or the mark in the arm. And I couldn't for the life of me figure out, what would you put in the forehead? What the heck would go in the forehead? I mean, it just seems so far-fetched. But here we are with a...
On the forehead?
Actually, yeah. And I figured it out. Can you get Lindy on the phone? See if you can get her.
Hold on.
So, either way, one of the companies has made this thing where you can get a little chip in your forehead now, and it tells you everything. Like it monitors everything, your temperature and this, that, and the other. But think about it. Well, you don't have to get on the phone.
Sure.
Where is it that they now take your temperature? Do you know where they take your temperature, Steve?
Yeah, your forehead.
On your forehead. What's going to be the next thing to go in your forehead? So we scan your right arm now, so your vaccination number can show up. And we now scan your forehead for a temperature. I don't know. Things just, I think they're getting the sheep, making sure they fall in line with the vaccine, make sure they're ready to give up all their freedoms willingly out of fear. Out of fear. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I caught Delta. I caught it. And I had regular COVID too, because I have to get around a lot of people. I get around a lot of people. I had COVID. I had it in 2019, just before Christmas. It was just before Christmas Eve, because I had to tell family, hey, I can't come over there. I got COVID. And I had been on vitamin D for months. 5,000 units of vitamin D and 1,000 units of vitamin C. And when I caught the COVID, everybody around me was extremely sick.
When I caught the COVID.
I caught the COVID, yep. When I caught the man-made disease, everybody around me was really sick, but I wasn't. I had low back pain for 2 days, mid back pain for 2 days, and it wasn't that bad. Like, it was like, it was like, okay, I got a little pain. Upper back pain for 2 days. I never had a fever. I never threw up. Never had to run to the toilet. Never got anything in my lungs. I did get a little tired, and I'm not tired. I'm like actually a hyperactive person. So like I can go all day, all night. I don't require a lot of sleep, the whole bit. And I was actually sleeping. So for me, COVID did me, what do they call that? COVID did me a hand job. Or what is that called? COVID did.
I'm sorry, a hand job?
No, COVID. Oh, no. That's it. COVID did me a solid. That's what you say. Yeah. A hand job, not a hand job. COVID didn't give me a hand job.
Gave me a hand job.
COVID gave me.
That should be the title of this video.
COVID gave me a hand job. No. COVID did me a solid because I actually got sleep. So then I had to go to this underground auction in Florida, and it was 2-3 months ago. And I caught the Delta. I caught it. I caught Delta. It smacked me on both cheeks, left and right, real hard. I was real sick. But here's why I believe I got sick. I hadn't been on the vitamin D for like months. I just forgot to take it, put it on the shelf, and just didn't take it. And I believe, my opinion is that the reason it got me so bad is because I was off the D and the C. I was off of it. Now, I'm no doctor.
I was off the D and the B, huh?
Yeah, I was off the D and the C. So I think that's what happened. I mean, I'm not a doctor. I could be wrong. But you can best believe I'm back on the D and the C right now. I'm back on it every day. Pop them pills. Pop those Vitoids. But either way, the bottom line is, think about what I said. Everything I told you is true. Again, if you don't believe me that Congress doesn't have to take the vaccine, if you don't believe me that the United States Postal Service doesn't have to take it, if you don't believe me that the illegals don't have to take it, but everybody else does, then you need to check it out. Like I said, you can call the White House on all three of those things. Give them a call.
Do it.
Maybe even ask them why. Hey, can you tell me why Congress doesn't have to get the vaccine? I'm just curious. You're probably not going to get an answer, or you're going to, because what answer could they give you? I mean, because...
Well, you see what had happened was we want to kill everybody.
Yeah. I mean, what are they going to tell you? Are they going to say, oh, everybody that works in Congress is immune to the virus? Really? So all you gotta do is become a congressperson and you can be immune. That's so stupid. That's like AOC showing up at a 30,000 dinner with her dress saying tax the rich. Oh, and let's get into taxing the rich. Why don't
What
we?
did she eat for $30,000?
You know what? I don't know, but somebody better have eaten her for $30,000.
If I could think of like the perfect like person who looks like a demoness in human flesh, it would be her.
No, for me, it's Jen Psaki. Because like I can't even say that I hate Joe Biden, because I think he's only having moments of lucidity. Like, he's not lucid all the time.
Right.
And I think they're parading him around, and somebody needs to call the ombudsman, and they need to call the abuse line for old people. No, I'm serious. We all need to get together and call the abuse hotline. It's the elder abuse hotline in DC. And because you know why? Because legally they have to investigate it. They have to legally investigate every single phone call. It's like if you call DYFS on your children. You call DYFS and they have to go out and check.
Excuse me, I'd like to report elderly abuse.
Yes, I need to report a case of elder abuse. I have seen Joe Biden lose his train of thought. I saw him try to get in the White House, but he wandered off somewhere. I saw him walking in circles and they had to wrangle him. And I think they're making him work, and I think it's abuse.
Yeah.
I think he needs to be set out to pasture. He needs to be, enjoy his older years and, not look into cameras and say, get vaccinated. It's the only thing the fool can say anymore. Honestly, it's not right. It's not right. Think about it. What if you're 78 years old and they're parading you out there?
I thought he was 82.
Is he 82?
I don't know.
I think he's 78.
He might be.
Yeah, I think he's going to be 79 soon.
Oh.
But, I mean, we all need to face it, too. At least 78, 79, 81, 82, 83. I mean, he may not make it through the term. I mean, I'm not wishing anybody to go. No, I would never do that. But I just don't think he's, he may make it, he may not. But if he doesn't, that's worse, because then you got the cackler. You got the cackler in there. I mean, like, ask me some serious questions and I'm going to be the cackler. Go ahead.
Okay. So, what do you think about the border crisis?
Well, I don't know. I haven't been to Europe. Ask me another one.
What'd you have for dinner?
Oh, God. Oh, Lord, I'm going to pee myself. Oh, I'm laughing so hard. For dinner, I ate a few of those illegal children.
What do you think about the weapons that were left behind in Afghanistan?
Oh, God. Oh, my God. Okay. Oh, weapons left to inbred terrorists. Oh, my God, please stop. So, I don't know why.
I don't know why.
Yeah. See, I mean, that's who you're going to be left with, honestly. I need to run for president. I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. Because let me tell you, I'd straighten this whole place out real quick. And you know what? I do believe in dictators, because I'd be one. That was serious. I'd be like, you, and you get to work. I wouldn't be a dictator.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah, I probably would. That's probably why I can't be president. Anyway, just think about what I said. When the Congress people do not have to get a vaccine.
Dictatorship isn't necessarily bad if you're
good at it.
Dictator, yeah.
Yeah, if you're good to your people.
If you have pure intentions,
I do. I want to see everybody have a good life. I want everybody to work and earn things and,
I mean, it's no
you
different than
know.
being a socialist nation.
Yeah, I'm not a socialist though.
I'm just saying,
I'm
like,
like,
I'm
probably.
saying that that's what they're talking about. So it's like you.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I don't know if you guys know this, but I know in New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Delaware, if you decide, and it is a decision, trust me, it's a decision. Now, maybe, when Trump was in office, somebody could argue with me about it, but you can't argue with me about it now. It's a decision to not work because everywhere I'm at, they're hiring. And they're hiring and giving you wages I never even heard of. Steve said to flip a burger at McDonald's, you get $15 now.
16.
16. Oh my God.
Overnight though. Overnight.
I'm sorry, $16 to flip a burger?
Shift differential.
I'm sorry, but that's insane. But in New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Delaware, here's what you get. If you decide, again, it is a decision not to work, you will get free rent. You get HUD. You don't have to worry about paying your rent. You don't have the stressors that a lot of us do of making your mortgage payment, making your tax bill. No, because that's all free now. You don't have to worry about paying your cable bill because Comcast is giving it to you free because, well, Comcast is giving it to you free because they say there's been, what's that new racist shit they're talking about now? Where they say, systematic racism. Okay. So,
Systemic.
yes, systemic racism. So now they get free cable. You get a free cell phone. You get free health care. You get free food.
Free internet.
You get free internet because everybody should have internet now. Don't mind that I got to pay for mine and work for it. No. They get it free. You get free food, free health care. I don't get any of this shit, mind you. And in New Jersey, I don't know about Pennsylvania, but in New Jersey, you can get a free car and your insurance paid for a full year. You get free daycare. So, if you want to work, you got daycare. But, they don't. So now that they can evict people, they still can't evict them. They're still living free because the governor of New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Delaware both, all you have to do is send a little letter saying you can't afford to pay it, and they're going to pay it for you. They're going to handle it. From cradle to grave, you are being taken care of. So I don't know if I'm stupid. Because why am I working?
I think we should. I was just going to say, I think we should retire.
It's time for me to sit back and say, government, rock me like your baby. Just rock me. Rock me and take care of me because it is a choice now. And it's a choice because you can walk out your door because the government will even give you a free monthly bus pass if you don't have a car. You can get where you have to go. Everywhere is hiring. The Chinese food place that I like to eat at.
Seriously?
Yeah, seriously. In Cape May Courthouse, okay? It's called China Inn. I don't like Chinese food. I love their Chinese food. It's authentic and real. It's really good. I cannot go in there and eat inside anymore because she cannot hire anyone. She has help wanted signs all over the place. I call her every month. Hey, you open? No, I still can't get no one. Why? Because they're reaping the benefits. They're getting the rewards. Everything's free. Everything's free. But who's going to pay for this? Who's paying for this? They don't care. They just print that money out, which is why you're seeing inflation right now. The more money you print, the higher food goes for the rest of us that actually have to pay for it.
Inflation was higher this year than it has been in the last, I think they said 14 or 16.
It's true. It's true. Have you guys seen meat prices?
Yeah.
Have you seen the price of just vegetables? Cereal. Okay, I'm a prepper, right? No, seriously.
Milk.
No, oh, I know, but look,
Bread.
Steve, you know me, I'm a prepper. I'm just going to leave it right there. I'm a prepper. So anyway, I heard about this chili without beans, and it was called Wolf something, and it sells for like $2.50 a can.
I'm sorry, that's disgusting.
At Walmart. No. This guy said it was really good. I was going to go buy a can and try it, okay? So I look online at Walmart. They want $35 for 2 cans. $35 from $2. Pull out your phone and Google it. Go right on the Walmart website. You guys do it right now. Go on Walmart website.
Walmart app on my phone.
It's if you type in Wolf Chili, it'll come up and you'll see 2 cans for $35.
Open Walmart app.
Now I looked at the pulled pork. was still running about 2 something, and the chicken in a can was running at 2 something. So those prices have gone up. But what's up with that chili?
Tuna's gone up too. I remember when I was younger, you could get tuna like 2 for $1. Now it's like 99 cents a can.
Where have you been getting tuna 2 for $1? People listening to this want to know.
When I was younger.
Okay. Yeah, to type Wolf chili. There you go. It's Wolf chili, no beans. Click it. What's it say? Wolf chili, no beans. What the heck? Hold up. What is going on?
You weren't ordering cases?
No, it said 2 cans. Hold on. $3.12 Wolf brand chili with no beans. $3.12.
And then 15 ounces of
Okay, I'm telling you, yesterday, well, maybe it was an issue with our website then.
Could have been.
Yeah, because I went on yesterday.
That happens all the time.
Okay. Oh, Beanies and Weenies. They got them back. Vanny Camps, they're good.
Bro, we need to stock up.
Those Beanies and Weenies are good at
Those
$1
are
a can.
good. And
Yeah,
you know what?
seriously. And you know what?
Rice lasts
It's a pop top lid.
Rice lasts forever.
Well, you have to pack it properly.
Listen, I could eat beanies and weenies every day and not get sick of it.
Oh, and they're really
People around
good. It's
me
got a
might
pop
get
top
sick of it.
can. Seriously, it's got a pop top can, so you don't.
Yeah.
You know, if electric goes out, you got electric can opener. You're not gonna worry about it.
Exactly. Oh.
But as a prepper, I have multiple hand can openers.
Oh, okay, can opener.
What do you think I was gonna say?
I didn't know what you were gonna say.
And you were
Want
just
to say
worried.
anything damning.
Okay, so anyway, back to this. They want to check your banking account. The people that are excluded from taking the vaccine, again, people in Congress, people at the Postal Service, and illegals. I told you why. Think for yourself, look it up. But when you realize what I'm telling you is true, you're then going to ask yourself, why are they making everybody else take it? Why is it mandatory for the military to take it? There has to be something that does something to the mind. That's my guess. I'm not saying that's true. But the military's job is to protect the United States and its people. And even against a tyrannical government. So, with that being said, they're afraid at any time the military could turn on them. But they won't turn on them if their mind is under control. Why do you think in the cities they put fluoride and low doses of lithium in the water? Glad I don't have city water. I got a well. They try to keep them docile, small doses. You're constantly being dosed. That's something else you can look up and find to be true. But I could go on about why I believe they just want to see if everybody's going to comply. Is everybody going to comply with this? Or, well, that's part of it. Or is there something in it that's very evil? And that is what I think, because that is the only answer. Because if there are certain groups that do not have to take the vaccine, when they tell you to your face that the virus can kill you, then you know something's up. And that's all there is to it. Bet. Facts. Okay, I'm going to go get a Coke Zero now. And then we'll be back soon with another one of our shows. Bye-bye now.
Adios.
Are you sure you want to stop streaming? I bet nobody ever says that live.